Rituals are you gonna perform here?
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
Eh?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago. You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old. Why would you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary...
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha? They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, that resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of...
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead. So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This ley line monolith will make... Oh, you're finally here! We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive? Or... All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please...
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
One with my blade. From whence you came. Fourth, my blade.
No, my sword!
I'm counting on you!
Submit for judgment.
Body and mind. Time to act. How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have...
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you. You've been pranked!
What?
This exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again, so I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
This is Big G? He's just a child.
Well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
what's happened. Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
It must have been poor Lo Chung that you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hutao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuhan.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Moo Moo, and...
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe...
That's...
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious, so be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Are we really going with Hutao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
What are you staring at?
The nightlife here? A toast to our success.
Hi!
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime. Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Juey. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Curious.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Liyue. Great. This should be... I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later. How did he know?
Try your luck betting on Jay?
Useless! Huh.
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner working.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends.
That's true, yes. Come to think, it didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Let him go. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
Don't worry, I'm a businessman. I won't go spilling your secrets. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were. Today, business is booming.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's... So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for a little Woo and Song.
We already saw Little Woo. Now we gotta find some.
I see. If it's Songzi you're after, let's... I've got an errand to run.
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now...
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes? I make artisan Sao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy.
Useless!
Hey, who's that skulking around?
Hi, we're here to pick up the plastrite shards for...
I think he mentioned it. Yes, here you are in the register, no problem. The plastrite shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourself.
Task has been handed out. Ah, how relaxing.
Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. These look like what Sungza was talking about. Let's head back.
Royal Lee Pavilion. Best Lee food in town. My thanks to both of you. This looks like... Okay, there we... I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, no matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take...
As for the matter of Big G...
But if you get the chance, please let him know. And that the things we once spoke of...
Thank you. We'll pass it. Big G is lucky to have friends like you. We got everything we need. Let's go to Wuwang Hill and find Hutao and the others.
Oh, you're back already? Sooner than I expected. You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes. So I guess, nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, the one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with. Guard the border between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most.
So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you... And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your... So listen to everything I say.
Paimon's scared. But like Hutao says, we're already caught up. Wow! What is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Higher, higher, pants on fire!
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little... how do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
I'm pretty sure that's not how people put it.
By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
No, my sword!
Time to go!
Let's have a look around. Or up ahead.
Huh? Huh?
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before?
Finally! Paimon thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
What?
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
Are you new here? I can't believe how nice. Here I can finally work out.
It's the lantern rite again. Wouldn't it be cool if we got to see the lanterns are—
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me.
Yell it? Isn't that— As soon as the first person yells, and everyone else just joins in. And
That's right. Little Woo, you...
Alright, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never end. If that's so— To get rich? Yeah, if you get rich, not just one.
Well, if...
Whoa, it's tough getting rich.
As for me...
Yeah, that way we don't need to go to leave. Anyway, me?
Huh? They all disappeared.
It brings back so many memories.
It's been so long. Have all those wishes really come true?
We asked each of them for party. Little Woo's become a chef. Look...
Really? Wow.
We've never forgotten our childhood anyway.
Hey, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go.
Take the hint? Really?
Monks already crossed the border. That's the only way to send Big G off. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was during the Archon War. Piles of corpses covered the wilderness. Such were the times.
They must have paid a huge price.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. It took a long, long time. Longer than you'd think to restore balance and reinstate the border. The previous directors all love to tell this one too, although, if you ask me, I think I tell it best. What you make of my words is up to you. We live in peaceful times, but this harm... Huh? It's about time.
What kind of...
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I think we did everything we could, but if you ever really do become an evil spirit...
I won't, I promise. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well...
I also want to thank you.
So you should also mind my warning, Mung. If you won't let go...
How can you...
Well then, last but not least, let's say...
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to good...
No worries. I'm sorry. Of all the...
Nah, don't be...
Alright, I'll remember...
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me...
So, what would...
Well, after each of us has started a family and built... That's why I envy my friends so much.
That's right. Also, think about this. Everyone gets burnt to ash one day. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever...
Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to...
Aren't you forgetting about...
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on...
That...
I was fit. I'll keep my eyes open.
You don't sound like...
I'm not an expert.
Oh, stop saying...
Relax.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw, but I've never... This means that become...